Football 101, we reveal the secrets of the zone blitz.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's go queen right, slant left, on two.
I think defenses are realizing that you can't just sit back in zone coverages and not come after the quarterback and allow him to throw the football.
Line up in it!
The quarterbacks in this league are too good to give them time and sit back and throw the ball.
Blue, 48, hot!
I think more and more teams are realizing that you have to somehow put pressure on the quarterback. They're doing that by not wanting to isolate their corners, and so what they're doing is they're bringing people and then they're playing what's called now zone blitzes, and that's been very effective also.
A zone blitz is where you bring people that the offense does not expect you to bring, and then you drop people that they don't expect you to drop into coverage, meaning defensive linemen will drop off into zones, and safeties and linebackers will come after the quarterback. They'll rush the quarterback. It gives you less exposure into pure man-to-man in the secondary.
What it tries to do is make the quarterback throw quickly, throw the ball hot to an area where he thinks it's going to be vacated, but it's really not. You're dropping a defensive lineman into that area.
The things you're accustomed to looking for, you don't get in a zone blitz. You can have a nose tackle all of a sudden dropping back in coverage, and whereas in the old days when you saw a blitz, you knew you could throw a slant right over the middle and there'd be a big hole there for your wide receiver. All of a sudden, there's a big old body there right in the middle that you might throw the ball right to him.
And the first few times you saw that thing, you're like, what the heck are these nuts doing? Because you're playing on the inside and some 300-pounders on you, and all of a sudden he's backing up, dropping in the zone, and you're thinking, who are they trying to kid? Well, let's be honest, defensive linemen are not going to cover wide receivers or anybody, but their whole concept is to just get in the way and kind of be an obstacle for the quarterback to try to have to throw around.
Jaguars showing blitz, here it comes. Picked off Tony Brackett. He's at the 50 on the run, 40.
No team has utilized the zone blitz more effectively than the Carolina Panthers.
Inside fire zone.
Head coach Dom Capers uses over 100 variations of the zone blitz to torment passers.
We use everybody on the field except for the team mascot and our zone droppers. Anybody, nose guards, defensive ends, anybody can drop and cover a receiver. Anybody can rush the passer.
The biggest benefit of the zone blitz is quarterback indecision, which frequently leads to sacks or turnovers.
We just keep blitzing. Oh, Dick, call him off, man. This could be a sack.
Motions out of the trip to the right side. Brunello's back.
He's into the loose football. Here comes Cornell, and he will go all the way.
That was like a Chinese fire drill.
All they're doing is trying to fool you. They're really rushing the same amount of people, and they're going to have the same amount of people covering, but it's just they use different personnel in doing that.
Anticipating the zone blitz is helping offenses to exploit it.
I just want to do it because I know they're going to zone blitz us, and I think they'll play us tough. Here? I think this is a touchdown. I really do.
Bengals again on the blitz. They pick it up plenty of time. Elway wide open. McCaffrey inside the 10. McCaffrey inside the 5. McCaffrey touchdown.
Yeah! Touchdown. All right. Great job.
All you're trying to do is get a mismatch. They guessed wrong, we hit you in the mouth. You guessed right, we're still safe. We're in a zone. You're not going to beat us. Try to find the open spot. We're going to bring 5. We're going to bring 6. We're going to leave things open, but you better do it now.
It's pretty hectic. You have to do a lot of homework because you may be looking for blitz breakoffs, as they call it, when safeties and corners are rushing. You're throwing the ball to a defensive tackle. So it's a very interesting concept, and you'll probably see all 30 teams using some form of it.
The amazing Wizard Rotary. Football 101 visits Professor Parcells for a lecture on the punt return.
How many damn punt returners we got? Ward,
You get your ass up there. That's why I drafted you, son.
You want to be on that team. If you're catching punts, do it the way he wants it. You know, it's his way or no way, or you're out of there.
I'm going to teach you how to do this one time. This is like playing center field in baseball. Center field in baseball, you understand? Sprint to it. Sprint to it. Set your feet. Set your feet. Sit up. Set your feet. Catch the ball. Catch the ball. Catch it. That's the lesson for the rest of your career. You're going to hear it every day.
Bill Parcells is a head coach who takes special interest in special teams.
You want the ball coming down on your head. It's windy around here. It's windy over there at the Meadowlands.
He has taken 3 teams to the Super Bowl. And one thing all those teams had in common was a punt returner the coach could trust.
The key point of the game no one really remembers. The wind was blowing 42 miles an hour. Washington punt returner let the ball hit the ground 6 times. And Phil McConkey, our punt returner, didn't let it hit the ground at all. And the net difference in that yardage was 112 yards. That's 112 yards of field position that we gained just by catching punts.
Meggett will take it at the 30.
Dave Meggett is the ultimate Parcells creation. A little man from a little school, Towson State.
He might be gone. He's at the 15, and he scores!
He played for Parcells in New York and New England, and he's returned more punts for more yards than any player in NFL history.
Let's see if it turns over or sits up.
In '97, Parcells returned to New York to build another winner with the Jets and to mold another punt returner out of rookies Dedrick Ward, number 89, and Leon Johnson, number 32.
And they're running, okay? These guys come in this league. This ain't like playing Wake Forest now. All the fumbles that you'll fumble are going to be made for 2 reasons. 1, you're drifting. He's drifting. He's drifting. Don't drift. Or 2, you're reaching, jerking at the ball. Don't reach and don't drift, okay? You got to know that. You got to know. If an old man knows it, why don't you know it?
Catching punts is probably his biggest pet peeve. Oh, he's got a lot of pet peeves, but this is up there at the top of the list, I think.
We count on you to do this. Hard job to be good at it. There's a lot of guys who go back there and just fool around. Yeah, but it's a hard job to be good at it. And I'm one of the best guys coaching in the league on that.
You know, I've heard about Parcells bragging that he's the best punt-catching coach in the NFL, and I don't think he's ever caught a punt in his life. He puts enough pressure on you to where if you catch each and every punt perfectly, he'll find something wrong with it.
You're lucky. You're just lucky. You know, Ward, you're going to puke. I'm going to be back here with you so much. You're going to be throwing up about every 5 minutes listening to me.
He will be in your ear. He's like standing 2 feet away from you, telling you what to do as the ball's in the air. Get back, get back.
Get back, get back.
Set your feet.
Set your feet. Set your feet.
Look at the ball off the punter's foot.
You got to watch the ball off the punter's foot.
Your career could hinge not only on season to season, not only game to game, but play to play.
You want to run tonight, son, or you want to act like a rabbit? You want to run or you want to duck down? If you want to duck, just go over there and get onto the bench and stay there.
You know, obviously I knew that I had made a mistake. I pretty much had an idea of what his reaction was going to be.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you're going to be doing Sunday when we go to Seattle. You're going to be watching the game in New York on TV. Get up the field.
There is no avoiding him. I mean, no, he will come find you. Regardless of wherever it is, he will find you.
Hey, this is hard. Huh?
In '97, Ward learned just how hard it could be. After starting as the Jets' primary punt returner, he landed in Parcells' doghouse. As for Johnson, well, he made it look easy.
Puts it away from his own 11. It's a high punt. Sails to the 34. Johnson makes the catch right side. Makes the tackle across the 45 into Minnesota territory. Across the 40 to the 30 to the 20. Leon Johnson is going. Touchdown Jets. Leon Johnson bringing this crowd to its feet. And what a season he is having as a rookie.
Johnson finished as the AFC's 3rd leading punt returner, helping Parcells and the Jets to the biggest single-season turnaround in franchise history.
Giving NFL Game Day 99 better graphics and gameplay was easy.
Since the National Football League was founded in 1920, many facets of the game have changed considerably. This holds true for the kicking game, where today's soccer-style place kick bears little resemblance to its ancestor, the old-fashioned drop kick. The drop kick relied on sound fundamentals, but teaching the correct method did not mean politically correct teaching.
Like the Indian, that vanishing American, the drop kick is slowly fading from the game. Nevertheless, it is a scoring kick requiring only one man, and when put between the bars, will get you 3 points.
Like any species on the planet, kickers have their own unique evolution. Drop kickers were the first breed, but were pushed toward extinction in the late 1930s by the standard place kick. Straight-on kickers like the Browns' Lou Groza ruled the land until Pete Gogolak, the first soccer-style kicker, arrived in 1965. Half a century has passed since a bad snap in San Francisco's Kezar Stadium led to the last successful professional drop kick.
Toronto is ready. Fumble. But Toronto drop kicks the extra point.
But very few people remember who Joe Vitrano was.
Joe Vitrani. Is he in The Godfather?
And even fewer realize the drop kick is still legal.
It's been a lost art in the game, and to tell you the truth, I don't even know if it's allowed now.
I don't have a clue if that even be points. I don't think that would be points anymore.
I didn't know it was still legal. It is, huh?
Since it is allowed under NFL Rule 11.3-A, maybe a head coach would consider letting his kicker try a drop kick.
Well, I've considered drop kicking him a couple times, but no, I mean, I can't see Norm Johnston drop kicking anything, no.
Well, see, the shape of the football has changed. It's not as round as it used to be. It's more pointed at each end, so they don't use a drop kick method because of that.
But with a blend of modern leg strength and old-time teaching, the drop kick might be ripe for a revival.
The key to the success of this kick is the way the ball is held and released just before the kick.
Oh, boy, I don't know anything about this.
To ensure proper contact toe with ball, the ball in practice is marked in this manner.
This would be really ugly here. I don't know how do you drop it anyway?
Our kicker places his middle fingers along the outside seams of the ball and holds the ball close to the ground to reduce the hazard of a faulty release.
Just show my foot hit the ball and then edit and show the ball in the air going through.
If done right, it is as simple as ABC.
Man, this is sad.
All right, here we go. This is going to be good.
Oh, no.
Heads up! Look out! That was terrible.
But just as place-kicking enthusiasts are ready to sound the drop kick's death knell, a lone voice crying in the desert rides in with a nerve and toe of steel.
I'm the punky drop kicker, known as McMahon.
Oh, that was a beauty.
It's good.
Dropkick aficionado Jim McMahon has waged a secret campaign to preserve the classic notion of ball hitting ground before hitting shoe.
If you drop it and it goes flat, you got no kick. It's got to be almost straight up and down when you kick it. It's all in the drop, boys. It's all in the drop.
During his career, McMahon perfected this craft through pregame drop-kicking rituals that intimidated opponents.
Well, the kickers are always out there early, and they come out and do their thing and challenged a few of them, but they didn't want any.
Jim McMahon was the best drop kicker in history, I believe.
He still holds the drop kicking record. I think he hit a 55-yarder, which is pretty good.
He used to be able to drop kick it through there, you know, I tell you, at a pretty good rate. I mean, I hate to say this, but better than my kickers.
Sadly, McMahon's love for the drop kick went unrequited. He retired after 15 seasons with no official attempts.
He always came in before every game, said, Mike, I made one from 48. I hit one from 52. I hit one from 40. The wind hurt me a little bit. He would tell me that before every one of our games. I said, Jim, what are you telling me that for? He goes, if you ever need one, I'm there for you, you know.
Great art endures. Lost arts need a patron. And somewhere in the suburbs of Chicago, Jim McMahon fans the drop kick's eternal flame, ready for an NFL team to give him one last chance at glory.